How have you been able to maintain an industry like yours? You mentioned roofing, which I'm familiar with. We do a lot of roofing. We've done asphalt, and I asked the same question to Brian Hess, the Pavement Group. I'm going to ask you this question: in an industry where, like you said, individuals are nitpicking at times, they don't trust the industry because they've heard the horror stories.
Yeah.
How do you handle the problems, the fires that you got to put out on a daily basis? I mean, we were talking beforehand. You're like, hey, Pat, I got to put my cell phone on silent because I got calls coming in.
Yep.
Tell me your approach to how you handle these things to keep your ratings so high. I think operators out there would like to know, what is your approach to solving and putting out these fires?
A lot of our work, to be honest with you, is referral or personal connections. I've been living in the Central Florida area pretty much my entire life. I mean, I coached and taught for a little bit, but I come back. I grew up there, went to high school there. Family's from there, friends are from there. My wife, she's from there, her family. So a lot of the stuff that we do is just repeat customers that I've dealt with for the last 23 years. Seems like a long time now that you say it, but but then the other thing is just building that personal relationship. That job that we did, with you guys, you were there filming.
Yeah.
We had 3 people complain that we cracked their driveway or did whatever. One, we didn't do it. We looked, we take pictures beforehand too as well. So, the curb wasn't broken. We did make the lady happy. We fixed, some stuff and we did whatever, because we've dealt with that group there for the last, I'd say 10 years over all their properties. So sometimes you just have to eat a little crow and make it go away, but it builds that relationship with the owner that you got, that you're working with. And, I think as long as you're truthful, you're transparent, because a lot of times we have, like this morning, we had a job, not ready. So I called a couple of our sales guys and said, hey, call these other people down the line, because right now we have 0 days left between now and December 20th, because here in Florida, we're not seasonal like a lot of guys that So December 20th, the asphalt plant shut down. They don't open back up until the 7th of January. So I've got no days. They're not going to run on Sunday, so we're paving every day for the next 2 weeks. Actually, we've been doing that for the last month. So we've got, kind of there's no redos or anything like that. So with that job not being ready, I said, I called Steve, I called Brett, I called David. I said, what do I say? Tell them the truth.
That's right. Tell them the truth.
This guy's not ready. Can we come in and pave your property? Well, none of the other people we called were ready. So we actually did one for a guy that we didn't get to do a couple weeks ago because one of the paving machines went down. And so I called him up, called Mark, said, hey, Mark, can we come get your driveway knocked out? Yes, not a problem. And I've just always, my mentors have always told me that. Tommy Willoughby is a mentor of mine that, I worked for way back. Ron Miller, they said just attack the situation. Don't push the problem off. Just deal with it right then. Fix it and move on, because, you're going to have more things that happen during the daytime. And it's just not going to be with work. It's going to be, my wife's going to call, hey, Avery Piper is sick. This, can you do this? One of my business partners are going to call, hey, we're not going to be able to do this. Can you switch this around? So there's more, there's more problems. It's not the problem. It's really how you deal with it. Attack the problem, deal with it, put it away, put it to bed, get off to the next thing. But for us, it's about relationships. You know what I mean? All the people that work there at our company, I have personal relationships with. They're friends of ours. They're family friends of ours, and they do a fantastic job. And I can't say enough about what they do. We're already booked into the first quarter of next year. You know what I mean? And this is the biggest year we've had in 10 years of being here. So, the Lord's blessed us, but it's also been hard work. I mean, those guys go and bid every day. Like I told you, Mike's, retired from, what he was doing in the past. He's coming and helping me, and they're copying him on all the emails like they do me. So, I mean, you can get 100 emails in a day, and it's back and forth with a customer. It's sending the quotes over, and he's like, oh my goodness. I'm like, yeah. And it's just, for us, it's about the law of numbers. So I don't really look at the capture rate of what we're doing, because I could bid your parking lot for 3 years from now. So, our capture rate could look really low because I'm giving bids and budgets for HOAs and other people
Yeah.
for years down the road. So we don't look at that, but our sales is great and our profit margin is good. So we do a good job, but it's hard work. But going back to the original question, it's just personal relationships and taking care of the problem.
I think we have it up there, the sign right there, but did you document it up there on the wall?
Yes.
And I think that is really, I preach around here that if you do something, document it with the customer.
Yes.
Explain why you did it. This is what we did.
Yeah.
I think that many times, as you say, it's not the problem, it's how you handle the problem.
Yes.
And if we can get out in front of it and say, well, you know what? I want to let you know when we were out there, we didn't capture this. We messed up.
Yeah.
We didn't get it. The sound is off on it, and we messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of the time, people can look at you and go,
Yeah.
that sucks. Thanks for letting me know. We'll move on.
Yeah.
But what you don't want to do is go and wait till the deliverable is there. And at the very end of the project, you go, by the way, BTW in an email, whatever it is, and you got to make that difficult phone call.
Yeah.
I think that the way you've been able to build relationships is you get out in front of problems. And I think there are a lot of owner-operators out there that 5-10 years in, they don't want to be doing the work anymore, which is going out there, shaking the hands, being at the project, seeing that it's quality, ensuring that, hey, I'm out here. You trusted me. Now you can see I'm on your project and I'm doing the work here. I'm making sure it's going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And that's because I think at some level, and I've had to fight this, a sense of entitlement starts to set in.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I shouldn't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I own the company.
I know.
And when you start feeling like that, like it shouldn't be my job.
Yeah.
You're in a dangerous path, and you have to fight against that. Like, can I send somebody else out there?
Yeah.
No, they want to see Matt Greene's face.
Yes.
They don't want to see Joe Schmo over here.
Yep.
They want to know that you are out there. I see you out there in your posts on Instagram.
Yep.
And I don't think that a lot of asphalt companies, roofing companies, blue-collar entrepreneurs understand that it's not going to take 3 to 5 years and you're just done with it.
No.
People are going to want to buy you as a person.
Yes.
And they want to see you out there in the field. And you've done a great job. That's how you've, in my opinion, has been instrumental in you building these relationships, and especially in good old boy Polk County.
Yes.
You better be out there and
Yes.
be a man of your word.